Hi, good morning. How are you? Hope everyone is doing well and has had a good weekend, a solid weekend, a relaxing weekend, whatever you needed from the weekend. Hi, Willow. Hi, Natalie Rose. Hi, Angelia. We are on tax day. This is like, tax day was supposed to be Friday, but I guess they extended it to today. So all weekend I was getting uh, questions, and like from my bookkeeper and accountant about all the things that they're working on. So hoping that all is going smoothly. That's like such a world of mystery to me. But I trust I have the best ladies in the entire world who are helping me with this. So, and I hope for you all, whatever your tax journey has been, that it was a fairly easy one. Um, hey, Red Fox. Oh, I'm so excited for you today that you are getting to spend time at the Temple of Diana and celebrating your dog's birthday. That is so, so cute. I can't wait to see more pictures of her in her little birthday day. Um, we are in our third week of Aphrodite devotions in the temple. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the Sibylene hymn to Aphrodite, which is, I believe, a translation and interpretation of the Orphic hymn to Aphrodite. So it was created by Virginia Stewart Avalon, and I think that what she did was that she took the standard tradition of the Orphic hymn and brought the spirit of it into the English language rather than just simply translating the words and phrases. Good morning, Caragwin. I know Natalie Rose says, "Ugh, taxes." I know, ugh, taxes is right. But what are you going to do? So let's dive in. Let's start our prayer. Let's get into our energy of Aphrodite. Let's go into our hearts and let our hearts be the vessels of love for this day. Gratitude, love, and compassion for this day. Ethereal, illustrious, laughing queen, born of the sea and lover of the night, mother of longing, all connecting, who joins the world in harmony. All things spring from you, O divine power. The triple fates are ruled by your decree. All the works of craft and love yield to your hand. With a smile, O Aphrodite, you sway the all-encircling heavens, the fruitful earth, and the storming oceans. All obey you, all are awed by you, companion of the brumal god, beautiful goddess of marriage, mother of love, lover of the banquet, source of persuasion who grants secret favors, illustrious born, seen and unseen. Gentle lover, Lupercal, who smiles upon mortals. Prolific, most desired life giver, kind goddess, wielder of the scepter of all the immortals, you bind mortals and every tribe of beasts in magic chains of mad desire. Come, lovely Cyprian, and bless these rites, whether radiant in the heavens or presiding in the temples of Syria, guiding your golden chariot over the sacred floods of Egypt, or dancing on the azure shores by the billowing seas with circling choirs of mortals and beauteous nymphs with cerulean eyes, or riding out along the dusty banks renowned of old, or on a rock outcropping overlooking Heart Lake, where your priestesses bring you offerings at Mount Shasta, or if in Kypris, with your fair mother, where the married women yearly come to praise you, and the pure virgins sing hymns to you and to Adonis. Come, divine union, for you I call, with holy reverent mind. I had a dream last night that I was reciting that prayer, and I recited the prayer in the dream. In the dream, I was with a friend, a woman I've actually never met in real life that I know of, but she was my friend. And we were in the car driving somewhere. We were actually on our way from the Bay Area up to Mount Shasta. And we were talking about Aphrodite. And I said, "Oh, I know this really beautiful prayer for her. Would you like to hear it?" And she was like, "Of course." And so I recited that prayer in the dream. And then we got here and we were packing, and it was a Monday, and we had to do a quick turnaround because we were going to get stuff together and go back down to the Bay Area so that we could fly out at 10 a.m. on Tuesday to go to Hawaii. And I was so worried in the dream that I was going to miss that flight because it was such a tight turnaround to come all the way up here, pack, get ready, and then get back down there to the Bay Area to get on the plane in time. I was so worried about it in the dream. And it was such a realistic dream that when I woke up this morning, I actually had to look at my calendar just in case I was supposed to be flying to Hawaii tomorrow. And of course, I'm not. Tomorrow, at the time that I thought that I was going to Hawaii, the plumber is coming. So I'm very grateful. It's kind of not quite the same thing as getting a trip to Hawaii, but I'm grateful for the plumber coming after 2 weeks of this situation we've been dealing with. And today we have an absolutely gorgeous card. It's trust. Trust. Oh, Angelia says, sounds to me that the friend or lady actually was Aphrodite. That may be so. Wouldn't it be great if Aphrodite arranged for she and I to go on a trip to Hawaii together? That'd be amazing. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Linny. So, trust is this fairy woman riding a deer. It could not be more beautiful. The stag, a symbol of love and fertility, is sacred to the fairies of Ireland and Scotland, also revealed in shamanic cultures as a healing ally. The stag instinctively knows which medicinal plants to eat in order to shake off a hunter's arrow. This image depicts an atmosphere of harmony and ease between the dainty fairy queen and her stag. He peacefully carries her through an enchanted jungle without navigation or the use of reins. The stag has earned the right to her trust, and the affinity they share is built on a foundation of unspoken understanding. From an earthly perspective, trust is a fragile flower, difficult to earn but easily broken. At some point in our lives, we must all endure lessons regarding trust, which deepen our understanding of life and enable us to discern more wisely. These components are both integral and vital to our spiritual growth. When we lose sight of our place within the bigger picture, broken trust can lead to blame and bitterness, restricting our capacity to live in the moment and fully give and receive with a whole heart. Sometimes hurtful experiences can be seen as blessings that come to test our strength and that result in a desire to seek out deeper meanings in life. The presence of this card highlights your need to trust your judgment or that of another person or situation. Now may be the time to confront old patterns seeded by a lack of trust or a propensity to misplace trust in some way. There are no coincidences in karma, so if you struggle to see the justice in a situation, trust that you are only given what is necessary for your highest good. Look for valuable insights hidden amidst disappointment, or the reward of a wise decision. Both have equal power. Your relationship to life is a direct reflection of your ability to trust your own powers of discrimination and to embrace the wisdom of your divine and knowing nature. Allow the power of love to loosen negative attachments and focus on any areas in need of the soothing presence of trust. I might have used the word discernment rather than discrimination because it's sort of a little bit less loaded of a word, but I agree with everything she's said. It's hard sometimes to see the justice in a situation. It's hard when you feel like things are unfair, especially right now in our world. There's so many things that are feeling so unfair, unfairly stacked against the working class, unfairly stacked against the people of Ukraine, unfairly stacked against all of the pains and toils of tax season, unfairly stacked against people who just want medical care. There's so many different arenas in which we might feel like the deck is stacked against us or against justice. I have certainly felt that way. And it's easy to let bitterness take over. Bitterness is the not self of the projector. That's what I am in human design. Bitterness is the not self of the of the projector who is failing to see the bigger picture. And so we can get right here. And whatever our human design type is, I just know that is like one of my personal struggles. When we are right here with all the injustice, it just is like it gets more dense and more heavy and more dense and more heavy and more dense and more heavy. And we are here with it. And, to be able to let that density and heaviness completely coalesce, and instead of then it pulling us down, allowing it to big bang and to become something different, that is our work as spiritual practitioners, because that thing that's so heavy and weighty that pulls us down on our own behalf, on the behalf of others, looking at the way that the world is, it's really easy for us to get into a state of absolute, completely uh, unhappy bitterness. And then that is like such a big weight on our practice. It stops us from experiencing hope, and it stops us from experiencing ourselves as a potential solution to the problem. And Violet says, I believe so many chains of events have reached a boiling point, and the only thing I can do these days is to do my best to release and focus on my breath. Well, understandably so, right? Because there's so much and it's everywhere. It's all around, it's in the world and it's in our lives and it's personal, but it's also transcendent and it applies to so many. But there is the belief that a very dense, very heavy spot of matter exploded in the Big Bang and created the universe. And if we can hold that same vision of our own dense ball of whatever that bitterness is and trust that the heavier and denser it gets, it needn't weigh us down. It's just really about the right moment and right circumstances in which there will be a release. Then we will experience that release. We will put the intention to experience that release in our subconscious mind. We will be looking for the opportunity of that moment in our conscious day-to-day activities, and we will have that sacred release of bitterness and a wash of light, a wash of realization that it all is working out, or that even everything that's been so hard, now there's a new day. And when we have that experience, it does serve as an antidote to the heaviness that we experienced before. But when we're in the heaviness, it's really hard to remember that there will be lightness again. So today in our practice, let's hold that vision of equanimity until the time of the return of lightness. And that's our short bit for today. And now let's dive into our Guanyin practice with 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention today for Gin, who is still struggling with joint pain and issues, for Aisling, who is taking on a tremendous, tremendous amount of responsibility after the death of her mother, for Nancy, who just was helping and being of service in the passing of her sister-in-law, and then discovered she is tested positive for COVID and can't attend the funeral. And for anyone else who is up against seemingly impossible odds or incredibly overwhelming circumstances. And let's recite the Four Immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way, May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Omahu. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, calling out to the one who is always worthy of our trust. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Quan Shin 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 Pusa. Namo Quan Shin Pusa, 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 Namo Quan Shin Pusa. And our prayer to Yeshet Sogyo. Ying Chukdaki Somo Karchanza Dusum Kunchempe Majunyeki Samso Dupo Dechen Sogyo Mar Sowa Depso Chuktun Nudrup So. Mother of Space, foremost of Dakinis, Lady Karchanza, gatherer of the vast secret treasury of Padmakara, mother of all knower of all, past, present, and future, Mother Tsogil, great bliss queen, to you we pray, grant us cities, ordinary and supreme. Ying Chukdaki Somo Karchanza, Dusum Kunchen Pema Jungyeki, Samso Dutpo Dechen So Gelmar, Sowa Debso Chuktun Nudrup So. 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out strength to those who are exhausted, overwhelmed, depleted, challenged, suffering, grieving. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life, prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshe Wangmo be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxian Pusa. And we close with bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And wishing everyone a really good day. Good luck with taxes if you're still working on that. Good luck with everything in terms of letting any heavy, dense ball of bitterness or resentment start to ease toward its supernova and the possibility of something good coming in its place. Be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.